everybody. How are you? Good morning to you. Hope you're having a great morning. I literally just woke up. Of course, Queen Booger woke me up at 6 a.m. because why not? That's what cats do. They wake you up at very early hours for no random reason other than to get their stinky food and to get their pets, and then they go right back to bed. So the queen is up for now, but I'm sure that during my react, she's going back to bed where I should be right now, and maybe I'll join her later. But for now, I am up reacting to Chantal. So Chantal did two live streams yesterday. I covered one where she was being all kinds of grumpy. And the second live stream she did, it was because her internet cut out. And so she did like a part two. So that's the one I want to cover right now. Also, she's live right now. And she did a clickbait title saying, I'm leaving. And then people entered her live thinking that maybe she might be going back to Canada. She's not going back to Canada. She's going on a trip. So let's talk about this trip for a minute before we get started. I got to thinking about what she said. 16 people on a trip. Why would 16 people go on a trip? If that's even true, because, rule number one, Chantal lies. My opinion, either A, she's going to Beirut or somewhere to get her money because she can't get it in Syria. Or two, if there are indeed 16 people, you know what that sounds like to me, y'all? Sounds like a special event, some kind of celebration of sorts, maybe a marriage. So I don't know exactly what it is, but usually when you got 16 people getting together, it's a special occasion. Just my thoughts. We got a few Twitter peeps to go over. There's a lot of cool stuff that'll make you smile today. And then we'll get on to Chantal's live stream. So you guys know what time it is. It is time for the Twitter peeps. All right, it's time for the Twitter peeps. Let me just make sure I am where I need to be. I am great. I like it when I'm on point this morning. Okay. So for those of you on Twitter, you'd like to follow me on Twitter, there's my handle, Wild Girl Sarah. And for those of you that you really don't care for the Bird app, that's why I do the peeps for you. So you can keep up with Twitter without actually having to step foot on Twitter because it gets pretty crazy sometimes. All right. So this first tweet is from Ron saying clickbait. And she says she's leaving Julia home alone for 2 days. We are leaving big bowls of food and water. What? What are you going to say to that? All right, something cool from nature and animals. A tiny bird becomes best friends with a cat. Aw. So this baby bird has found the kitten and they're friends now. See, a cat and a bird can be friends. Sometimes a bird is not always lunch for a cat. They can be friends. I think it's cool they're both babies and they're getting along. That is so sweet. Here's the bird getting bigger, eating up all the seed. What kind of bird is this, I wonder? Oh, and look, birds being fed. I think the burbs. All right, another cool tweet from Massimo saying majestic giant bison walking calmly down the road. So where does the bison allowed to walk? Anywhere it wants to. When you got a 2,000, 3,000 pound animal, it goes where it wants to go and nobody can tell it what to do or how fast it to walk. But beautiful bison, absolutely majestic creature. How about a post from Yog saying like father, like son. Aw, daddy is so proud of his little copy paste. Look at him. Look at that face. Look at that face. That dog's so happy. He's like, look what I helped to make. I'd be proud too. That's a beautiful puppy. Lori says this. So talking about the find out phase of the F around, this is how it works. The find out phase is relative to the F around. The more you F around, the more you find out. It all works together. Now, has anybody ever seen a bear float in water? Well, now you have. Courtesy of nature is amazing. saying, I wouldn't think bears can just float like that. Cool. Yeah. So anybody out there that this may qualify as something you weren't looking for, but you're watching anyway, and it's a cool thing. Hi, Booger. See, I knew she'd come up here. And now you know that bears actually float in water. They're very buoyant, it seems like. It's quite handy, to float like that, unless you got in water with a crocodile. Nana Spike T says, just catching up. So Foodie's GoFundMe is gone good. Now she's going on a trip with people and kids who can get on her last nerve. Because that's exactly what people who are separating do. Yeah. Yeah, all you beezers, you're not smart. You're not smart. You're not seeing all the red flags on the football field and responding accordingly. Florida Salt and Sass says, that would be a shame. The Sussex Bunyan says, her bankruptcy trustee can be notified. Send in the email address from which she's soliciting donations, and they can freeze that account. Not kidding. Look, I'm not going to do it, but I'm sure that Natalie, the person who is handling her bankruptcy, maybe has been notified by now. And I'm wondering if, since Chantal has an active bankruptcy on her record, would that lead to an audit of Chantal's finances? Would that lead to an audit of her PayPal and all the money she's been receiving for the last 3 or 6 months? I wonder, y'all. I just wonder. Bankruptcy fraud is a serious thing. It's a crime. Okay, so that's it for the Twitter peeps. I told you it wouldn't take long to go over. It's just some stuff. I'm trying to keep up with all the stuff. So this is part 2 of the stream that Chantal did yesterday. And we're starting about 7 minutes in, because why bother covering every second if every second isn't entertaining? But she's going to have her thoughts, and I'm going to have my thoughts, and I hope you guys enjoy. So I hope you do. Let's get started.
Sophie, kiss it or leave it. Sophie didn't donate a dime, so why are you bothered? Literally go away and eat a bowl of crap for dinner. Thank you.
And as you can see, her bad mood continues. And that is her defense. If you didn't give me money, you have no right to complain. Although anybody who's scamming, grifting, taking money from people, it's offensive. It's an offensive concept. You don't have to give money to somebody to have an opinion, to have a voice, to be decent and say what you're doing isn't right and say so.
I've had to decline a couple, but not usually. I've had to decline a couple cameos. And even if you make bad choices, which I didn't, that has nothing to do with bad choices. What the hell are you talking about?
I'd like to look something up for a minute, please. Give me just a moment, because something I'd like to include with this react. Found what I was looking for. It just took me a second to go get it. So yeah, let's talk about the cameos for a minute. What's going on with her cameos? Y'all want to see? See, her grifting and scamming isn't just limited to PayPal and GoFundMe. Oh, no. It's all the way extended to Cameo. Please allow me to show you. So we are on Chantal's Cameo. So what's going on with her Cameo? Like, how much is she charging people? I mean, she's doing cameos. She can charge whatever she wants. I just don't see the sense in buying one, but that's just my opinion. So let's see. If you want to get a cameo from Foodie, you can book a personal video for $20. She's got a fall sale, $20, 30% off her videos. Oh, but look at this. You can book a business video for $250. What's a business video? What? Can somebody please explain that to me? That part made me go, huh? A business video. Oh, wait a minute. Is this business video? Oh, the Foodie content. Gotcha, Foodie. Is that how much you're charging the feedies for the feedie content? $250. It makes sense now. It really makes sense. Oh, and look here. The average video length, 1 minute, 18 seconds. So imagine paying $20 or $30 for a minute and 18 seconds. But wait, ladies and gentlemen, it gets better. So Foodie gets paid per message on Cameo. That's right. On top of paying for the video or a business video, she's also getting money for DMs too. Yes, there we go. Like here's the proof right here because I like the receipts. Send a message for $5.99. So you want to send her a message before you even pay for a video or a business video, you're paying $6. So let's just say you want to get a cameo with Foodie. You're paying $26 for a video that might last less than 2 minutes. Scammer, scammer. Grifty McGrifty over there. Yes. I just thought I'd let y'all know about that. That her grift is everywhere on the internet. Sure is. She just can't help herself, our girl.
You're allowed to ask for help to help if you need to clean up your mess and you need help from people. If you're in a situation, even that you created yourself, you're still allowed to ask for help. So stuff it.
So defensive. And because the Beezers in her chat are newer Beezers, they're not OG Beezers, a lot of them, they don't know back in the day during Crackhead Olympics how much money she was making. They have no idea about her history. Chantal has done the most to eliminate that history so the Beezers can't find out. And that's why she hates the reaction channels so much, because we got our archives. We got the reaction videos. We got the dirty deleted videos that she scrubbed off her channel. Because, you know, she liked to play that dirty delete game. She wanted to come online, say what you wanted to say, do what you wanted to do, then get rid of the evidence before YouTube could spank her on the bottom for violating one of their terms of service. But we got them. Beezers, those of you that come over here, you should know that back in the day, Chantal was making so much doggone money during Crackhead Olympics. Like, she was spending money like it was going out of style. Money was nothing to her. She would spend thousands and thousands of dollars at the dispensary a week. You know, buying the roll-up green sticks, thousands of dollars spent on edibles and edible candy. Her edible use was off the chain. And the amount that she spent on fast food, just it's staggering and shocking all at the same time. She had so much money that she actually gave someone $500 to break down boxes in her house because she bought so much stuff from Amazon. She had what we called box mountains. Just literal mountains of empty Amazon boxes stacked from ceiling to floor. And there were piles of them in every room, top and bottom floor. Imagine being so lazy that you can't even be bothered to break down boxes. You're going to pay someone else $500 to break down the boxes and cart them out of your house. Yeah, that's how much money she was making. There were a few months that she made 20 grand, 30 grand a month. And look where we are now. Imagine being a person making that much money and it's all gone. Nothing invested. You can even say, I've got perfect health. I made a lot of money and I got perfect health. My teeth are fixed. I'm healthy. Like, I have no medical problems. Imagine not even being able to claim that after making that much money. But that's Foodie's life.
Angry. Like, Villa Bees. Thank you, Mad Hatter. Appreciate that contribution towards the Villa Bees. I need to have like a room, a streaming room, and we have to decorate the background. I need a mini fridge.
All these things you need, you need, you need. It's okay if you need them. It's okay if you want them. Pay for it then. I need a mini fridge. I need a separate room. I need. I'm just over here grinning my face off. You guys know why? Because of the fallout. I know it's coming. She's setting everybody up for a great big fall. Her beezers are just going to be so ticked off when they figure out they got lied to. There's going to be a mass exodus of beezers off her channel if she doesn't follow through and keep her word. Go to Canada, set up housekeeping, and stay there. If she goes to Canada and she blows through all of her money in less than 2 weeks and she still doesn't have a place to live, or she goes back to her beezers and says, I need more money, people are going to leave. If she goes to Canada for just a few weeks or a few months and then goes back to Syria, mass exodus. Any way you slice this pie, people are going to leave. They're going to be so angry, they're not going to stay. So go ahead and tank your channel, Chantal. I want it to happen. Do it.
Twinkie, I am happy in Syria, don't worry.
I mean, if you grift on such a high level, a lot of people, there are going to be consequences.
Yeah, I mean, you know. And actually unbox your dining chairs. I'm not going to get a dining table. Oh. He does seem at home in Syria, yeah. Really, Gabrielle? A new law, mind you. I don't think they find.
SB says no more box mountain this time, please, and actually unbox your dining chairs. SB, I don't think she's gonna be able to do box mountain because she's not gonna have enough money. That's just my opinion. I don't think we're gonna see box mountain. We might see fast food container mountain, like garbage mountain, but not Amazon mountain.
Find a new like I want that same llama, but I haven't seen it in shoppers. You know. Mm. The llama was very dirty, so.
Yeah, it was filthy. I remember the llama streams. I hated them because they were boring. She would just be like laying on the llama and talking. It was so bad. But that llama was filthy and there was no reason for it. She had a washer and dryer, but that thing, it started out like Snow White and then it turned like a dark, dingy yellow.
I just shot it in the garbage, I think. I don't even remember, but I think so. I don't always eat halal in Canada, but I do eat some places halal, yeah. The Hunchback of Notre Dame. Most of them do. Whenever some people donated through the PayPal fundraiser, I saw their pictures, though, like, frick. And they were calling me names. That's what gets me.
Ma'am, have you looked in the mirror lately? I mean, the real mirror, not the mirror through your phone that's filtered all the heck. I really wouldn't be criticizing other people's looks if I were you. I just wouldn't. It would be absolutely shocking, I feel, if we saw Foodie without any of her filters, without the hijab, without the abaya. It would be shocking. We probably wouldn't even recognize her.
You know? So. Yeah, you should be able to be open, Nina, with your friend.
Oh, that's interesting. So Nina Bachelor started out as a viewer on Chantal's channel, and Nina's been a regular contributor to Chantal. And look, now she's got a wrench. So I guess if you want a wrench on Chantal's channel, all you have to do is give a lot of money, and she'll give one to you.
Nothing wrong with that in a respectful manner, you know? No blocking Isapi. Eurobs? I don't think so. No, maybe someday, but I don't know about next year. I'm going to be, working on getting my life set up. You shouldn't be afraid to chat if you're being respectful.
Mistress Red says people are afraid to chat. Well, that's the environment that Chantal creates on her channel. You're not allowed to have an opinion. You're not allowed to say anything opposing, even if it's polite, because it might anger her or it might anger one of the mods, and then somebody's going to block you. You are not allowed to have an opinion or say anything other than talk about food and support all of her bad choices.
Yeah, kitty charms. What do you want your first meal to be when you get to Canada if you could choose? Oh boy.
Oh,
I don't know. Connor's order hot pie. And yeah, true, Dainty DeVito. Yeah, true, Dainty DeVito. I got to admit, to gauge your mood. I was pissed off earlier, but
oh, spoiler. Her current live going on right now, she's still in a cranky mood, so nothing has changed.
I'm a mood swinger, yeah. Oh, we were out in the country yesterday and I have mosquito bites now.
How could she have mosquito bites? She's covered from head to toe. She has an abaya on and she has a hijab. Every part of her is covered. And she wears pants underneath her abaya. Like the only part showing is her face.
I hate it. I hate mosquito bites. Your an arch emesis of strawberries. Is it still lagging?
And generally, you only get mosquito bites when you go outside. Or maybe the mosquitoes get in the house. I'll give her that. But still, like she stays covered up all the time.
Someone send her 10K. I can't stand this lagging. Yes, trust me. It's in your best interest to donate because we'll have some fun bees.
Yeah, keep promising people that, Chantal. Keep getting their hopes up. Keep feeding them scraps of hope to keep their bellies full, to keep them excited, to keep them giving you money. Because when the crash comes, I'm telling you, it's going to be, it's going to be bad. There's going to be mutiny in the chat. Absolute mutiny. Like I can't wait to see it. It's going to be glorious, girl world. We just have to be patient. She's setting up the dominoes for a huge crash. And once one kicks off, they're all going to fall. It's not going to be long now.
No, no one's clipping their toenails. They keep repeating when it lags. Hey, definitely a troll. Why are you so obsessed over my toes? Halawa Biljibna? What? Why is there a 7 in your word? I don't understand these things. Bot flies. Ew. Are those the ones that leave a big hole? Oh, hello, a joke. Oh, yeah, I've had that. I've had that many times in Kuwait. I wish I could send 10,000. Nobody has to send 10,000 unless you're filthy rich, but I'm just joking. People have sent, well, there have been a couple people who've sent very generous donations, but the little bits help out too.
And I just want to put this in here. Anyone who's sending Chantal money, and I've said this before and I'll keep saying it, Chantal is an active addict. She has a food addiction. She has said herself many times, she thinks about food all the time. Hence the reason, those of you in chat that you say you care about Chantal, you shouldn't be talking about food with her. Because when you're talking about food to someone who's a food addict, that makes them think about food, which makes them want to eat food. So you're triggering somebody who's a food addict to go wild with their addiction. And if you care about somebody and you know about their addiction, you shouldn't be doing that. Also, the more money you give her when she goes back to Canada, the more you're enabling the addiction and making it worse. The money you're giving her, you might be sending her straight to the hospital. She's got health problems. She's got all of her major organs are screwed up. Her kidneys are bad. She's got non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. Her liver is swollen 3 times the size of normal. She's had blood clots in her lungs before. She's got problems with her breathing. She has heart arrhythmia, which is a heart murmur. Out of control diabetes. She's not been taking her insulin, high blood sugar, high blood pressure. I mean, how many health problems does she have to have before you guys get it through your heads? It's not a good idea to enable her addictions. You can support an addict without supporting the addictions, feeding the addictions, making them worse, giving the addict something to go and feed that addiction. You really care about somebody, you don't feed the addiction. You can support an addict through words, through encouragement, positive reinforcement, like through conversation. But you shouldn't be funding the addiction. She's an addict, and she's an active, raging addict. And when you're an addict and you're deep in the hole, you care about feeding the addiction. Like that's your priority. So y'all care about her over there. You need to think about that. Really, really think.
7 means H. Oh. Am I going to do anything to fundraise? Yeah.
And I don't want to hear this argument of we're giving Chantal money to get a place to stay. We are not supporting her addiction. Listen to me. If a person's got an addiction, that addiction is active, it's not in recovery, it's going to be fed. So don't try to fool yourselves over there thinking that she won't feed that addiction. She said many times already, she's going to go home and bees. Half that money is going to go for her addictions, all of them. She's going to be in Canada where she's going to be running wild and running free around the dispensaries, all the fast food that she hasn't had in a long time. What do you think is going to happen? It's going to be like a bird let free out of a cage. It's going to fly wild and go wild. So if something happens to her, you beezers are going to be at least partially responsible because you gave her the money for all this stuff.
I mean, when I get to Canada, break interlude. I'm limited here. Can't bees fully bees.
See? That's all she cares about, the beesing. 100% of the money is not going to go for getting a place to stay, getting furniture, just getting equipment or whatnot for her streams and seeing what she can do to entertain you guys. No. She wants to have a good time. She wants to party and she wants you guys to pay for it. And Chantal's a person of excess. She doesn't know how to do anything in moderation. She can go from 0 to 100 in seconds. Addictions included.
It all adds up, right, Tiny? Yeah. Has donated a very generous amount. And so has Carefree and and few others. And everyone who's donated is very generous. Thank you. I won't forget you. You need rich Beezers. This internet won't do. She did.
And it sounds like Salah is there. I just heard him sneeze. Interesting how Salah left Chantal alone for a few weeks. She was complaining about him not being around. Then all of a sudden she starts grifting and making money, and he won't leave her alone.
It's the best donation. Yes, I love Teardrop. Shit. Break interlude. People reported it, so it's on hold for now. So if you donated and
Shut up, Chantal. We're doing a booger break. The queen has come to grace us with her presence. Hi, booger. She want to come up here and say hi. Because she's heard that she's got fans on my channel and that they love her very much. As well they should, because she's a good girl. See, Chantal, this is what happens when you have a pet that's bonded to you, loves you. They seek you out. They won't leave you alone. They wake you up at 6 o'clock in the morning, every morning, getting you out of bed for no random reason, just because they want to spend time with you. Hey, Bugs. She must wants to hang up here. It's a good baby. She wants to co-host my reactions. Okay, we're gonna go back and let's see if I can react with Queen Booger in my arms. I'm gonna do everything one-handed. Oh, she's getting down. That's okay. Thanks, Bugs. Thanks for visiting. All right, back to the reaction. We go.
they take it down, you'll get a refund, and if not, then I get the money. We have solar power, Zoe. Tiny share.
Does anybody else find it interesting that Chantal got all that money and then all of a sudden she's doing a trip for 16 people? If that trip is real, I wonder who funded the trip. And she's not saying what the trip is. Where are they going? What are they doing? Why isn't she saying what the trip is? Like it's a family outing and we're going here and we're doing this. There'd be no harm or crime if she said what it was. But notice she's leaving that part out. Gotta wonder why that is.
Rox, oh, you don't have to do that. Thank you. You're so sweet. Oh my gosh, Melly, imagine. When I go back, I'm literally ordering a bunch of canvas from Amazon and I'm going to do commissioned artwork. If you want a self-portrait or you want a picture of somebody ugly, I will because I don't do very good portraits, so it's going to be enough.
She's not going to do that. She's going to go home and get so stoned and high out of her mind and put herself in food comas every day. She's not going to want to paint anything. What are you talking about, Chantal?
Ugly one. Hey, Tracy. That was a gun? Yeah, that was a gun. Hurry up, get me home.
I find it so amazing that Foodie is over in Syria right now saying, I want to stay here until I can go home to Canada and find style. She would rather stay in Syria with all the fireworks going off. The fireworks are so close you can actually hear them. Like she's like, I'm going to stay over here with the fireworks rather than go back to Canada where there are no fireworks to be concerned about. Priorities, I guess. If I heard those fireworks, I'm going home immediately because
Just joking. I had to go out and back in. I couldn't hear a thing. Oh, yeah, Wanda. It's the internet is crap. You know, I want a self-portrait. Yeah, maybe.
Oh, that just made it all better. So Oz says that was a grenade, not a pew pew. Oh, so I guess she's comfortable living somewhere where there are grenades going off. That's so much better than going home to Canada and getting a cheap, crappy motel room. What?
Maybe $50 a pop or $100 a pop or something. No. Caprese. I need better internet. Well, because I have to like do videos and live streams until I go. You know, I can't bees. You want a painting? And I can definitely, if I can just charge people shipping and it won't be that expensive from there.
Okay. Before you beezers start thinking about dropping down money for a painting, let me remind you, let me inform you. Long ago, during Crackhead Olympics, Chantal set up the postcard club. She was in Canada. She was about to go to Cuba. She set up the postcard club. So, what is the postcard club for those of you that weren't around during that time? The postcard club premise was she was supposed to travel to different places and get postcards from those places. And then when she came home, I guess, she would mail the postcards to the beezers who were subscribed to the postcard club. The postcard club cost $10 a month. And there were many beezers signed up to the postcard club. Guess what? No one at any time got a single postcard. And postcards are not that expensive. What are they, like 10 cents, 20 cents to mail out? Chantal couldn't be bothered to buy a bunch of postcards and just take them all to the post office and mail them out to different people. Nope. So she collected well over $100 a month for several months. No one got a postcard. She's not going to go to a post office and stand in line and mail stuff out. That's just not going to happen. So she can't be bothered to send out postcards. Does anyone believe she's going to mail out artwork? Because that's a bit more labor intensive.
Your caricature is priceless. I still have the hard copy I can send you guys. You know? Live and let bees. Hurry up and get me home. No, I don't mean hurry as in like, I'm not leaving like tomorrow or anything. And honestly, I am kind of sad. Like, to end an era is always bittersweet.
She doesn't want to leave. I did a tarot react to the lovely and talented Neo Tarot, and I told you guys my thoughts, like the feelings that were coming through for Chantal, and I did a private tarot reading on her. She doesn't want to leave. She is just sticking her feet in the mud so she doesn't have to leave. She's going to stay there as long as she can. She's enjoying the fact that she's in Syria and she doesn't have to pay rent, that her expenses are so low. She doesn't want to go home to Canada, have to pay rent. Things are going to be more expensive. She's going to be alone. The scenery is going to be different. Chantal hates change. She's gotten a little bit too comfortable over there in Syria, and she honestly doesn't want to leave. So she's taken her sweet time getting there. It's not about her just grifting enough money to go home. She physically doesn't want to leave.
So that's why, I'm trying to spend every moment I can and cherish every moment. No, I didn't pay for any of that. Solar power, nothing, no. I didn't even have money, like any of my money before whenever that got set up. Teardrop, right? I'm so used to the gunshots, I don't even notice hardly. Really coffee is bad. You say it so nonchalant. Wait, what? I missed your comment? Wait, what? What did you say? Hey, Tracy, blocked mod.
Habanero says, did you gain or lose weight in Syria? Gain. And I'm not being mean saying that. I'm really not. I mean, if you're someone and you're losing weight, the first place you notice the weight loss is in the face. I remember during Crack It Olympics, Chantal was on the nose powder, the very expensive nose powder, the snow that doesn't melt. And she lost weight because she was doing so much of it and she wasn't eating so much. You could actually see it in her face. You could see more of the cheekbones. Her ears weren't plastered against her head. You could see the changes in her face. I have not seen any physical changes in her face. If anything, I've seen it getting bigger. She's gaining weight. And a lot of that has to do with the excessive calories and not moving at all.
He's just teasing you, Tracy. Surprise. I bought with my own money. Surprise. Yeah. Well, if I was in an extreme emergency, that would.
And you know what, Salah? This comment saying, Zoe, I bought it with my own money and I paid 1,000 USD for my own money. Surprise. So, Salah, you are in Syria. And I've heard like the average rate to pay for a month if you get a job over there is $20. So where are you getting $1,000, sir? How are you making $1,000 to buy something? To get a regular job in Syria, you're not going to get it paid $1,000. No, sir. You're getting that from Foodie. So it's not your money. Unless you want to say it is my money because she gave it to me and now it's mine, but you didn't earn it. You really didn't.
Would be different, like life-threatening. Yeah, Tracy. Draw us your mods. Nina, I definitely can do that. It was a grenade. That was a grenade? What? What? No way. Why are they?
This comment, oh boy. Elvira says, teardrop, if she moved to New York, she'd be right at home. Would she? Would she be right at home in New York? I don't think so. And I'm not saying that because I've lived in New York. I haven't. But I have met many New Yorkers. Talk to them. I get along great with New Yorkers. I love New Yorkers. They are blunt. They are so blunt. Just straight up, like straight shoot from the hip. They'll tell you what they think. I especially love the New York Italians. Oh my God, they're a hoot and they're so honest. But you New Yorkers, you guys rock. But would she be home in New York? New York is a place where people take the subway a lot and they walk a lot. It's a very active place. There's no room to be lazy in New York. New York it's happening. It's hip. It's there. It's now. It's a city that never sleeps. There's always something going on in New York. But can you imagine Foodie in New York? Oh my God. She would get stared at. People would be pulling out their iPhones and taking pictures and saying things to her. They would pull no punches with her in New York. They would not spare her feelings. Foodie in New York, that would be content. I'm telling you.
Are they throwing grenades? No, you don't know what I'm doing. I'm doing nothing except for going home. For real.
Yeah, I could just see Foodie on the subway. That would be something. Her on the subway.
Going back to basics. It's a grenade?
Wait, what? Going back to basics. No, you're not. You want to go back in the lap of luxury.
What the heck? Why is there a grenade? They better not come near us. Grenade bees. It's because you're in a war zone. Oh, yeah. Wait. Why is there a grenade? Is there war right now?
You're so stupid. There's conflict going on. And if I were somewhere and there's fireworks and grenades and stuff going off and they're so close that I could hear them, I'd be packing my bag immediately, making a phone call, and getting the heck out of there. Because that is just way too close for comfort. That's not across the country. That sounds like it's in her backyard. But she swears that it's a safe area, y'all. Okay. Someplace where grenades and pew-pews are going off? Not safe. Nope.
What the heck? My phone's at 5%. I need your help. I'll go back in the room.
Okay. Look at that. She's going back in the room and she's, Lord.
My earphones are plugged.
If you Beezers need any reason not to give her money, she just gave you one. She walked across the room or walked to her room and literally out of breath, just taking a few steps. You can hear the effort in her voice. That's how sick she is. And you guys are going to give her money to go home and eat a bunch of food. She might be real close to being bedbound or a hospital. And if she gets completely off her feet and she can't move, she's done for. Hate to say it, but it's the truth and you know it. If she's in a hospital, no live streams. Or if she's in a casket, no more live streams. So you Beezers that enjoy Chantal's content and you want her to keep doing it, you might be funding a way for her to not do it at all, ever.
Teardrop? Do you remember whenever you said it's normal? It probably is normal here, sadly. It makes me sad because the normal people here don't deserve that. Hi. Yeah. I can't see anything out the window. Come see, Mom. Act extra afraid. I'm such a bad actress. Hey,
You are. You really are.
Kingu. Oh, Melanie, match boost cocktail. What? Oh. No, Salah's not coming, unfortunately.
Yeah, I knew that. A lot of people have said there might be a possibility that Chantal might be raising the money to bring Salah over to Canada. I don't think that's going to happen. I really don't. It wouldn't make sense. Why would Salah sink a bunch of money into house improvements and $1,000 on solar panels for a house that he knows he's going to leave? You invest money in a house when you plan on staying in the house or staying in the area. If there was any kind of plan for him to come to Canada with Foodie, he would not put money into the house. They would just stay there and just deal with things as they are. So I don't think he's going. I think the money is strictly for her.
So, do you remember? Oh, shoot, what was it? Oh, no, I forget Teardrop. Okay, wait, let me think, guys. Don't distract me. Okay. Okay, be our guest. If Salah's not with me when I go to Canada, are you gonna donate towards my car raising grift. I'm just joking. Not grift, but I might fundraise. Okay. Let me think of what I was going to tell Teardrop because I wanted to. Ah, darn it. I'll remember eventually. I forget now. Hey, YouTube lover. Yeah, I did. If he isn't with you 30 days of you landing in Canada, okay, somebody screenshot that. There's no way. I don't believe you. A car? You don't have to buy me a whole car, but you donate towards it because I'll be right. Nice to be why you're afraid of getting blocked. Oh, Melly, that's exactly how I feel. Be specific about the type of car. Yeah, no Dodge. I want to get a Kia again.
Not to be mean, Chantal, but I think you wouldn't be able to fit in the Kia at this point. And again, I'm not being mean, y'all, but I remember her being in the Timu Mobile, and the Timu Mobile had a bit more room than the Kia, and she could barely fit in that. She would need a much bigger vehicle just to be safe and comfortable. When she was in the Timu Mobile, because of her size, the steering wheel was right up against her stomach, which is dangerous driving. She couldn't even turn the wheel properly. If she had gotten into an auto accident, that steering wheel would have sliced her in half. So she can't fit in the Timu Mobile, which has more room around her. She's not going to be able to fit into the Kia. No way.
Offered a car for Smokey, yeah.
Like a little teeny tiny bucket car is not going to work for her. Nope.
Bridge beezing. Melly, go eat Mac, but you will be on mod here. What? You'll buy me a Benz? Wow. All right, Salah, cancel your ticket. No, I'm just joking. A Kia Soul. I won't fit in that. That's a clown car for me. Hey, cheeseburgers. Okay, but not a 2008 Benz.
Oh, look at her. Not only is she saying, get me a car, but she's being very specific about the car. Oh, nothing older than this and nothing older than that. Beggars can't be choosers, Chantal. Chantal's not going to buy a car. She's far too cheap. She would rather rent a car than buy a car. She doesn't want to be obligated to payments for the next year or 2 years. Are you kidding me?
So I will trade you for the Benz.
And she's not going to want to purchase the tag and registration and all of that. Insurance. She'll do a rental car.
Integrity. Salah likes it here. He's got a life set up here, and
And notice all the things that Salah has now. So he was in Kuwait when he met Chantal, when they started talking. He had a home there and he had a car. Because of Chantal and being around her, which was his fault because he got started with her, he could have said no. He lost his home in Kuwait and he lost his car. I did hear a rumor. I don't have receipts, but I heard that he had a car of his own in Kuwait and he sold it because of Chantal. So now that he's in Syria, he is using Chantal to fix up the family home. And he also just got a car. I don't know if that was part of the agreement of her coming back, of the contract before she leaves. She's got to replace all the things that he lost because of her. Got to replace a home, so he has a home. Got to replace the car because he had a car. Maybe that's part of the contract. You give me back all the things that I once had.
I have to be honest, Salah, you seem very more into the traditional life since you've been here. You're being culturally influenced.
Yeah, he's connecting with family, community, like he's getting closer to his roots, he's getting grounded. And that's why you're going bananas right now, because you've lost control of him. You thought you had control of him in Kuwait. But once he got to Syria and got around family and got part of the community and felt a sense of belonging, that's when your control started to weaken a bit. Now you don't have it at all. Now it's time to go home.
A clown car. You need a Jeep so you can go off-roading. I would love it. Okay, I don't want a Benz. I want a Jeep.
You wouldn't be able to handle a Jeep. I can't see her in a Jeep.
I think she would have probably bought like $1,000 beater. I didn't hide anybody. Yeah, Sleepy Bird. The value is the importance.
Salah says, money doesn't mean anything to me. The value is the importance. Then why are you taking Chantal's money? If money means nothing to you, why are you taking her money? If you're her husband, why aren't you helping to give her money to get her home faster, Salah?
Anyways. Yeah. I'll be going. A clown car with Chantel and all the speeders climbing out of it. Yeah, we just maybe belong in our own countries. Did the car person?
You know what's interesting is Allah, Salah's friend, he did a few live streams, and he revealed in one of the live streams that this whole thing with Chantal was basically a contract. It was just a contract. It's always been a contract.
I'm going to get diabetes before my America trip is through. That's the thing. If I road trip through America, YouTube lover, yeah. I mean, I would take a beater at this point. Bye car.
If you Beezers gave her a lot of money for a really nice car, you know what Foodie would do? She would take the money for the really nice car, pocket most of it, and buy a beater car anyway. So she'd have more money to bees. If you gave her like 10 grand for a really nice car, she will buy a bucket. Swore that she spent a lot more money on it, but pocket most of the money for stupid things.
That he's so happy there and you aren't. No, because I think he's, I don't know how to say it. It's hard to make people understand our situation. I just want him to be happy, and whatever his definition of that is, as long as he's being honest and true to himself, then that's all that matters.
The fact that Chantal's an emotional person, she's unbalanced, she's unstable when it comes to relationships, she's got abandonment issues. And because she's got abandonment issues, she doesn't want to let anybody go because she doesn't want to be alone. The fact that she's being so calm about this should let everyone know it was a contract. It was an agreement. It wasn't a real relationship, because if it were, she'd be very upset right now over the idea of losing Salah. There'd be a lot more true, honest emotion coming out of her. She'd be having a full-on meltdown, just thinking about leaving him. the love of her life, the man in her heart. But the fact that he's so calm and she's so calm and neither one of them are sad or crying about it, or him coming on camera with her and saying, I'm going to miss her, and she proclaiming, I'm going to miss him. It was a contract.
And I'll be sad for a bit, and he'll be sad for a bit. I know we'll survive, Survive and thrive. Maybe I'm just selfish. Oh gosh, cold weather. Yeah. Lorena, it's hard for people to understand fully what someone else goes through. It's not possible 100% to understand, So I understand that. People tend to, evaluate other people's situations based on their own personal experiences they've had in similar situations. And ours is just really different. Hey, Vampiro.
Yeah, it's different. You had a contract to play house for 3 years. And I don't know what the original agreement was. If the agreement was you take him to Canada, and in the meantime, while you're saving to take him to Canada, you were supposed to be in Kuwait and settle your tax situation, which you never did because it's been 3 years and you still haven't settled it. It's still open. It's still active. Maybe there was also promises of stick with me, kid. I'll make you rich. We'll do a couples channel together and make money off of that. I'll promote your gaming channel and you'll make money off of that. We'll do all kinds of things and make money every single way we look. And you defaulted on all your promises. So maybe Salal went to Syria and he said, okay, change of plans. She's still hooked on me. I lost my home in Kuwait. I lost my car. I'll let her come back here so she can give me the money to replace the things that I lost because of her. And that's why he lets you back. You set him up in a nice home, get him a car, give him some money. So at least he gets something out of the deal. It's a sunk cost fallacy. It was a failing deal, but he was stubborn and he said to himself, I am determined to get something out of this. I am not walking out empty-handed.
We've basically the Middle Eastern heat now. Yeah, true, YouTube lover. I don't know. I'm sure I'm gonna really miss when you're so used to a life, no matter how much you think that you're not fully happy in it, when you miss it, when you're out of it, you miss things about it because it's routine, it's your comfort at the time, you don't realize that. Yeah, Canada's getting the cold.
This is Chantal's pattern. She wants it all. She wants everybody. She wants everything. She doesn't know how to make good choices and let certain things go so she can embrace or grab onto better things. She wants all the men who've ever been around her to stay around her. She wants Pete around her. She wants Salah around her. She wants Nader around her. She wants her family to give her money. She wants the villa. She wants the fast food. She wants the dispensaries. She wants to stay in Syria so she doesn't have to pay rent. She wants everything. But you can't have everything you want. You got to make good choices. You got to let things go. And she just has a big problem with that.
I don't know, habanero. Hi ho, silver, away. My tan, yeah. The sun in Arabic is shams. Yeah, eggs on legs, I know. I just have to remember it's just not the life for me.
Like she's going to get to Canada and she's going to bees her little face off for 2 weeks. And you know what she's going to do? She's going to get on camera and say, I miss Salah. Like that's when the cravings of I want to go back to Syria and her having to be an adult in Canada, she's not going to like it. She's going to talk about going back to Syria. Do I think that she could go back to Syria? I don't know. But that's when the urgings to go back are going to kick in. When she gets the beezing out of her system, she's going to be talking about, I'm going to go back. I'm going to go back. I want to go back. She just wants to go home and have herself a little paid vacation, courtesy of the Beezers, like she did in Qatar with Sasa's money. She just wants to go home and indulge in her addictions. Feed the addiction monster.
Even if you love somebody, it's just sometimes, you have to, Anyways. Why did I come back live again?
For Google AdSense money. That's exactly why you came back. You need money. And maybe Salah is behind you saying, stream, 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 stream. Keep streaming, Chantal. You need that money. Keep streaming. He's poking at her to keep streaming.
I'm tired. Yeah, Gabrielle, right? Hello, Julie. I'm tired.
From doing what? You do nothing all day.
Oh. Love means love. Brand, because I noticed the 80-cent antidepressants are kind of messing with my brain, I think. What happened, Tiny Shamrocks? No, don't go. It's great. Aw, I'll miss you too. That's what brain meds do. Really, they do. What in the world? 80-cent antidepressants.
Maybe part of the problem is you're not taking the medication properly. Like you'll take them and you'll skip a couple of days and take them and skip a couple of days. And yeah, they will mess with you if you don't take them like you're supposed to. And they do take a while to kick in if they're really brain pills, unless there's something else and not brain pills.
Yeah. I know. Stay in bees. No. I'll hang until you go. Yay! Maybe I'll do a fundraising 12-hour stream.
When? While you're in Syria or when you get home to Canada? I don't think you have the energy for a 12-hour stream. This stream went on for less than an hour. And from the very beginning, you were yawning and saying how tired you were. So can you stay up for 12 hours? Nah.
I don't know.
I mean, I could be wrong. Money motivates Chantal. Food motivates her. So she might be able to do it if she's motivated by money or food or both. She could prove me wrong.
12 hours is long, especially with the crappy internet. We'll have to get more bandwidth or something. Not bandwidth, but like megabytes, gigabytes. One thing that is really delicious here? Did you, Nina?
Shut up, Chantal. There you go, talking about food. You just can't keep food off your mind. Like Chantal's unfinished sentences. She'll talk about one thing, and then all of a sudden, the addiction monster in her head makes her want to talk about food, think about food.
The butter is really delicious. Okay, Kimby. That's okay. Good butter is rich yellow. Yeah.
Cats and Tea sent this super chat saying, I would send more money if you took care of your health. Well, She's not going to.
It is. It is. No, Nina, not yet, because I just found out, but I will. I'm trying to find out from Pete what's going on. Excuse me, what do you mean I will not take care of my health?
You're not.
Vampiro, welcome to Very Important Beezers. Vampiro Loco, ready to bees. I should get I was gonna say a tattoo on my arm flap to do, and it says "Ready Set Bees." Remember whenever I got my nose pierced on live? Canada, yeah. If I get to Canada, better internet, better healthcare. I know, silence snake. An arm flap that says "Ready Set Bees," but the thing is it's gonna get chopped off one day.
You know what, Chantal? You got problems with your feet. I'd be very, very worried about those feet if I were you. We haven't seen those feet in a while, but the last time we saw them was back in Kuwait when you were swimming, and they did not look good. As a matter of fact, I remember back during Crackhead Olympics, you had this dark patches all over your legs, and that's bad too.
No, I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't say that. I'm Aries. I forget what I wanted to tell you.
It's okay. You can just keep it to yourself. I'm sure it's not that important. So, you guys, you know what? We've only got a few minutes left. I'm going to cut it off here because she's on a live stream right now. She might have finished up by now, but, we're pretty much done. So, I hope you guys have enjoyed this react. If you have, please like and subscribe and leave a comment. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Until then, take care of yourselves and each other. Bye.